Hey guys, welcome back to Valkyrie Biker. Thanks for coming on to this channel. Please hit that like and subscribe button as always, as it's going to help me keep this channel going. Okay, so without further ado, my next topic is all about safety gear. Now, I'm still a new rider, so I've only been riding for just about over a year. Got my CBT, got my hazard perception, and I've got my theory all sorted, but I still don't think I am more confident enough to take my DAS just yet. Plus, I can't really afford it just yet. However, that does not mean to say that I cannot go on the road and have a good time and enjoy myself. And the way to enjoy myself is to make sure that I'm also going to be as safe as possible. Unlike car driving, you have a great big box around you and a bit of safety net, so you're not as intent on the road potentially as a biker is. When you're on the road as a biker, you also have to look at the road conditions even more so. A little bit of oil, there's a little bit of debris. Every single bump can make you fall off your bike. And if you fall off your bike, no matter what speed it is, it's gonna hurt, and it hurt your skin. Now, the idea of a covering for your skin is to make sure that it is as safe as possible. So if you fall off your bike, even at 10 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, whatever it's going to be, if you are going to go skin onto tarmac, you're going to lose skin. And usually between 5 and 10 seconds of road rash can be several layers of damage to your skin down to your bone, which is not pleasant. You may survive the fall, but your skin is going to be scarred for life. Now, the idea of safety kit on your body is to give those extra seconds of protection before it gets to your skin. So it may not stop you having broken bones, but it will certainly save your skin in the long run. So the idea of having either a leather or textile jacket and trousers and boots and things like that is to give that extra protection between sort of 5 and 10 seconds as you're rolling on the road. Hopefully that won't happen, but this is what I'm using at the moment. Like I said, I've only been running for about a year. So this is my first kit I had. So it's a Dainese, and it's actually a leather two-piece kit. So it's got top here, and it's also got the zip for the trousers and trousers down here. So top to bottom, if I fell off my bike, I would be covered for my front, my back, my sides, for the road rash. The great thing about this particular kit is it has these really cool heavy duty armour on the elbows, which is what you're going to need, because when you go to the floor, normally you put your arm out. This is also armoured here on the lower part of your arm. And also it's armoured up here as well on the back. Okay, so this here, this is I used to wear this in the winter, and I used to wear this in the summertime with thin clothes underneath it. So just layers and layers and layers. I don't believe in just wearing shorts and a t-shirt in the summer. I'm sorry, I may be very uncool about it, but I'd rather be uncool and alive and uncool and have no scars. Okay, so like I said, this is a two-piece, so sometimes you can just zip it up and put it on as it is, or what I used to do, I put the trousers on, put the jacket on, and then I just zipped it up afterwards. Okay, it's really easy to get in and out of. Down to the leg section here, you've also got really heavy duty knee caps as well, and all the way down to the shins here as well. So if you land on your knees are going to have a bit more protection. Here, I believe that's when people can go on the side of their bikes if they want to go around corners speeding. I'm not that sort of rider. As you probably realise now, I like to be a little bit more on the safe side, a little bit more cautious. I'm more of a tourer person, but that's fine. You run as you wish. On the back side of this, okay, this one, it doesn't have any padding here inside. There's no armour inside this one, okay? But this is quite thick leather, all right? Same on the trousers. or if you Americans out there call them pants, which I never understood. So that's really thick as well. Now, I actually picked this up, funny enough, second hand. Okay, so Dainese are quite expensive in the way of their own kit, but you can pick up a second hand one. I think I got this one for about £80, which is not bad at all, and it's in really good condition as well. You know, you've got little holes underneath here for breathing. It's just on a little bit on the dirty side, but you know, it's usable. It's absolutely fantastic. Right, so that's the first one I wore. Then I put a little bit of weight on. And I then went to this one. Now this one is a summer Dainese leather. And this is half textile and half leather. So with the, again, it's second hand, which is why it's a little bit scratched, but it's actually, it's not compromised at all. So the textile is obviously, you've got this meshing here as well, okay? And then you've got the leather surrounds for the summer riding. You don't want to be over hot and cook yourself when you're riding, but then you don't want to have the compromise of actually having the road rush and taking it down to your skin. So here, the option of this particular piece of clothing is that you've got your hardened, again, your hardened kneecaps, you've got your shins, which are hardened as well, okay? And the reason for that is because in here, I don't know if you can see, you've got pockets, and you can put your your reinforced armour in these areas here, okay? You also can put them into these little pockets in here to have your lower regions protected by armour, okay? And I'll take some armour out in a minute to show you. On the back side of this, it literally is just material, okay? But it's really strong on the leggy side, okay? Again, it's zipped and velcroed, okay? So you can actually add it to the jacket and put the whole thing on all together, or you can zip this up. This actually comes also with like a pair of shorts, as it were. So if you want to wear just nothing underneath and just your undies and the sort of the protective shorts which they come with this, you can just wear it like that if you wish. You're too hot in the summertime, but also you want to keep yourself protected. The next part which is connected to this is the main jacket. Okay, so again, a zip, and it's got the zip at the bottom, okay, across here, and that zips into the trousers section there. Okay, now this again is armoured. You've got the normal leather here with the hardened, you've got your textile, you've got your leather there, and here again you've got some the armoured on the arms all the way down, so the lower part of the arm, okay. And also the cool thing about this is I just love Dainese. They have just got such an amazing amount of stuff that you can add to your kit to be able to protect yourself and your body. Look at this. Here's your zip at the back. I can do this with one hand, I'll try. When you get one of these jackets, just check to see what size it is, because then you have a specific armour that you can add to it, okay? This one's a little on the small side because I thought I needed a female one because being female, but then I remembered that this is actually a male jacket and the female one is just a little on the small side. However, the bigger one, you'll see there's a line here, that's pretty much where the big one's going to be. And this just protects your back, okay? So if you're on your back going down the road having a skid, it's going to go through the material, going to go into this, and this is a really, really good mesh. And the good thing about this is also it's bendy. See how bendy that is? Okay, so it'll bend with your back and it's not uncomfortable at all. I feel that I've got armour behind me, but I don't actually feel like it's compromising my ride whatsoever, okay? Whereas these ones, in your arms here, they're actually padded. There's a solid state armour in there, which again I believe you can take out, or can you not? No, I can't remember what I did with this one. It's in there. I can feel it. It's actually part inside here, okay? But they've got all these little zips where you can add armour to. And the other part you can add to in this jacket is in here, which I have got. Okay, so this is my my chest part, okay? And in here you've got a cheeky little zip. And bingo, look at that. So you have now a piece of armour which protects your chest area, okay? And that goes into that little zip area just in here, okay? So when you get your protective clothing, guys, if it comes with zips to add armour to, go for it, because that just gives you an extra few seconds, you know, of protection. And again, I rather, you know, ruin a jacket and trousers and keep the skin intact than just to think, okay, well, I'm spending out, well, this cost me, well, I think just over 110, and again, this is second hand. Okay, so they are out there. There's no excuse for not being safe to cover your skin. I work in the ambulance service, and I've seen quite a few bikers and scooters, and even, you know, obviously pedal bikes falling off and give themselves really, really bad injuries, all the way down to the bone and even past the bone, to shear off their feet and hands because they haven't worn the proper stuff for their enjoyment. Okay, so that's the top and bottoms. Okay, obviously your number one legally in the United Kingdom is your helmet. Okay, your lid. I've got my Midland camera that will go in here, but I really want to change that for a GoPro Hero here, but I can't find one which is cheap enough for me because I haven't got a lot of money right now. So if anyone can recommend a GoPro which I can stick on there and do some video logs as I'm riding, that'd be awesome. This helmet I deliberately bought for the reason of CPR. So this is a lift up helmet, lift up lid, as you can see. So if by the horrible thought that something happens to me and I'm on my back, they can just lift up my lid and they can give me CPR if they need to. A load of times I've seen people with these and they ride with the lid up, which I don't understand. I mean, the lid should be down. There's a little catch underneath here to open it up. If you ride with that up, what are you not protecting? Can you think? You're not protecting a very vital thing here called the chin. And again, on the ambulance, I have seen someone who had an accident with a lift up lid. The trouble is she had lifted this lid up and she was riding without it fully connected down and not safe, and it was a terrible accident, and she did not survive because she didn't have a head after that. So yeah, really super important, guys. Get yourself a decent helmet. Do not get a second-hand helmet. There is a reason for that, and there's a reason why. There's also an age for these helmets. After you've bought your helmet, you should only have it for, I think, between 3 and 5 years, depending on the helmet and when it was made. And the reason for that is, inside, you've got all this padding, okay? And underneath that you've got this I can't think of the name of it. It's not plastic. It's some kind of oh, I can't think, the spongy sort of padding, but over the years it becomes dried out and it becomes harder. So it does not protect your head as well as a brand new one does, okay? So always make sure that when you buy your helmet, go to a shop, ask the person in the shop to correctly size it for you, make sure it doesn't slip, and they'll do all that for you, okay? But do not go a second-hand one, and don't give your helmet to somebody else to borrow, because it's your lifeline, okay? Your head is so super important. It's connected to your brainstem, which all the way down to your spine. Anything happens to your head, that's it's game over pretty much, okay? So make sure you have a decent helmet. This one, I think I paid about £100 for it brand new. And next year it needs changing, even though I've not come off of it, I've not scratched it, I've not dropped it or anything like that, because of the foam inside being started to dry out, or will be started to dry out. For my own safety, I need to get that changed, okay? This is just a communications device in there, so I can connect to my sat nav. And inside that, because I'm terrible with knowing where I'm going, inside that I've got my mic in here if I needed to talk to my colleagues on the bike, and I've got my earpieces in there, but that does not come with the bike, with the helmet, I have to say. Alright, so this one, always check the back, okay, and also make sure that it's an accredited helmet, okay, and it has the right stamps on there. Alright, if in doubt, go to a shop, go to a decent bike shop, and they will help you out, okay? So one of the last things I want to talk about also are gloves. Okay, why do you need gloves? Well, it's a hot day, I don't really want gloves, you know, I'm going to get too hot, and etc, etc, etc. Right, that's rubbish. Okay, fingers, they can get broken, they can get twisted. There's some really nasty accidents that happen excuse me, just by putting your hand out, and you can put your hand out, you can put your hand out, put your hand out, and that's all that skin coming off. Even in summer, guys, wear gloves, okay? So you've got summer ones, so these are like summer ones here, and again, if I pop this one on, I haven't got an assistant today, so I can't. Okay, so here, any brand I've used has been quite good. Make sure they have a decent strap at the bottom, so they're not going to fall off, okay? These ones here, you can see the knuckles have got quite a strong armour on them. They're quite, it's quite hard, okay? And even on my fingers, I've got some armour on as well, okay? Decent grip underneath, okay? And they're lightweight, so my hands do breathe. They do get a little bit warm in the summertime. I rather have warm hands than no knuckles, no fingers, okay? But always make sure that your strap is done up, okay? The other thing is, if in winter time, I think this is an all season one, to be honest, but winter ones are going to be slightly longer here. So you can see my summer ones, it's about, I don't know, you can see the difference in there, okay? The winter ones have got a larger part for the wrist, just to stop the cold from coming in, alright? These ones are padded, but they're soft padding, okay? They're not armoured padding, and they're more waterproof than my summer ones. However, padding, soft or armoured, it's still going to give you a lot more protection than these digits on the hard concrete. 10 seconds. You imagine if you've fallen off your bicycle, and you know, you graze your knee, that's going to hurt. Can you imagine when doing 30-40 miles an hour? It's not going to be a pretty sight. Okay, so the last thing, of course, which I have not got with me at the moment because I'm just cleaning them right now, is the boots. Okay, you can get boots for biking, and the boots got to be good enough that, again, if you fall off your bike, they are going to protect your ankle and your foot. Okay, so when you get a pair of boots, this bone here needs to be protected, your ankle bone. If you can, try and bring them up as far as you can. Okay, I've got mine which are armoured here. Okay, and some boots also have armour along the side here, and some of them have got this armour, like a line here underneath the toe and the foot area, the plantar area. Again, I have seen so many people riding their bikes, whether it be a 50cc, whether it be a 800cc, with trainers, just box down trainers. I've even seen some people wear sandals, would you believe, flip-flops on a bike in summer. Oh, why are you wearing that? Oh, because I'm too hot. You know, these guys, they're super important as well. You know, get these little guys, they got to get protected. All right, if you can't find a shop that can give you a decent pair of boots, which you can do secondhand, if you do secondhand, make sure that they are completely intact and they're not got any holes in them, okay, and the armour inside is not compromised. Then get yourself a pair of like workman's boots, something with steel toe caps, something that can protect your joints. Okay, sometimes you see bikers, they fall off their bikes and the bike has landed onto their leg. Okay, if you haven't got any armour here and you haven't got any armour here to protect your ankles, this little baby here is going to get crushed or worse. All right, so lots of people I've seen with big bikes falling on them, they can't get up, and their leg has been mushed because they've got just a pair of trainers on or a pair of boots which are soft and no armoured. Okay, so try and get arm if you can. Again, go to a decent bike shop, they should find you new and second-hand boots there. If you can't get those, then something like a workman's boots, if you can try and get some tall top ones, that's fine. Even a pair of decent Doc Martens, you know, something, anything leather that you can put on. And girls, ladies, you know, I know it's probably very silly for me to say and remind, but please don't wear high heels on your bikes. Okay, again, I've come across a lady who had a high heel boot, and it was one of these, let's say, fashion boots with a tunnel winkle picker foot and a, I don't know, some kind of heel there, and yeah, she just basically broke her foot because it went down the wrong way because it caught the heel on the floor when she went down. So yeah, think safety, guys. Okay, doesn't matter, rain or shine. Yeah, you can have your winter, you can have your summer, and just protect yourselves. Okay, the last thing I do if I'm going out at night time, I'm a yellow banana. Okay, I'm not too proud to wear this. This is just I think it's an excellent police jacket, to be honest, but it's bright. You can have the bright orange ones, you can have the bright yellow ones. A little strip going across you to isn't going to be good enough. Try and get yourself as bright as you possibly can, because you know car drivers, they some of them they drive with their eyes shut to bicycles and bikers. Yeah, they don't really understand speed that some of the bikers can go up to, and likewise we need to make sure that we are seen and we are safe. Okay, daytime sometimes I wear this as well. If I'm in a ride with a group of people, I don't generally wear this because you know you're in a pack and most people see packs of people rather than singles. But if I'm on my own and I'm riding out anywhere at all, I want to be seen. You know, yeah, I might be a day glow rider, and I might be uncool, but you know what, I'm safe so far, and I want to stay that way. Having a family, a couple of kids and a hubby, you want to be as safe as you can, but you also don't want to stop yourself from enjoying something that you really want to continue for a very long time. All right. Anyway, guys, that's my little ditty for today. Yeah, keep your comments coming. Thank you very much for sharing your experiences as well. I'm going to be looking forward to reading yours and then commenting back. Please, I said, like and subscribe to this channel. It really, really helps. And the more that you can share and love and like, I will then do more for you. Okay, so this is the Valkyrie Biker, and I'm saying ride safe. Take care for now. Bye-bye.